Hello everybody, welcome back to another Infinite Flight live stream. A very, very special one today, as you can see. Buildings, there we go. What everybody's been waiting for. This, I just want to very quickly say there is a disclaimer at the bottom of the screen as well. This is a beta preview. So, I mean, do you guys want to elaborate on that? Philippe, everybody, hello, welcome. By the way, would you like to cover if there's going to be any issues and stuff like that?
Oh, I'm going for it. Hello,
yeah,
everyone.
go for it.
Thank you, Dan, for setting that up. Yeah, so it's a beta, so anything can go. If it it could crash, it could be slow. We're still working on all the performance issues and some stability issues, but so far it's been pretty good. So hopefully this will be a smooth flight for you, Dan, and for everybody involved. So good luck.
Thank you very much. But yeah, hello everybody who's joining today. We've got Cam, Jason, Laura, Misha, and Philippe. So what's up? Welcome to today's stream, you guys.
Dan, can I, right out of the gate, can I mention our grand prize and talk about our sponsors for that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. So today, anyone who is participating in the stream has a chance to win our 10th anniversary grand prize, which we've been sort of sharing on social media as much as possible over the last sort of 24 hours. So, yeah, I want to say huge thank you to some of our, we just reached out to a few friends and said, hey, we're doing this. Do you want to be a part of it? And they all said yes. So we have one viewer today is going to win a year of Infinite Flight Pro, a 10th anniversary Infinite Flight t-shirt, 1 year of ForeFlight Performance Plus, which is awesome and works with Infinite Flight. A pair of Flying Eyes Kestrel Aviator sunglasses, which I can demo here if you guys want, and a Sporty's Learn to Fly course. And if you are thinking about getting your private pilot's license or your commercial or anything, the Sporty's Learn to Fly course is amazing. And there's so much good content in there. So shout out to ForeFlight, Flying Eyes, and Sporties for being so generous and giving those things towards our grand prize. So shout out to them. Follow them on social media. ForeFlight, Flying Eyes, Sporties. Awesome.
Good stuff. Thank you for that, Jason. Okay, so like always, we're going to go ahead and set up today's flight. We'll be flying from LAX to San Francisco. We'll hop into the cockpit and get the aircraft started up. Like usual, we'll go ahead and turn the main battery and APU on, and then turn the nav lights on. And in addition to that, we'll go ahead and turn the seatbelts and no smoking's on. What I'll do now, if you are flying with us today, you can go ahead and copy my flight plan, which is already set up, and I'll show that on the screen right now for you guys. It's quite a short flight, but it's super cool and packed with loads of interesting stuff. So, let's take a look at LAX, guys. Look how busy LAX is right now.
Crazy.
It's very busy.
Yeah, lots of ATC today as well.
There we go. Yeah, a lot of ATC coverage. So we'll be taking off on runway 24 left, departing north up towards San Francisco, and this is our flight plan, as you can see. Just like that. Good stuff. Okay, this is exciting. You know, streaming with buildings.
And your boss is watching.
The boss is watching.
Dan's being a savage about it too right now. He's just leaving it on like a view of a few windows.
Yeah, this is all I'm going to show you guys. You're only going to be able to see the terminal faces.
Dan, zoom into the instruments a bit more. We want to see them in more detail.
Yeah, the instruments are looking really nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. There we go.
Rudder pedals especially, yeah.
Buildings aren't a thing, aren't they?
Nice.
Well, I mean, what was it? A year ago, people were super excited about the A350, and now we're showing it. No one cares.
Yeah.
It's all about the buildings.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you guys even appreciate us?
Oh, well. We're more or less ready to go. I've basically set everything up. So I'm going to go ahead and start the flight, guys. And you're more than welcome to talk about some things. If there's some questions in the chat while I'm doing so, it's going to be the same. I'm just going to push back, start, and go. So there is ground. I'm going to request a pushback to a specific runway, which is 24 left.
Where are you flying? Where are you flying, Dan, for everyone who's just joining us?
We're flying up to San Francisco from LAX, Los Angeles.
Los Angeles ground.
Hey,
super cool.
Yeah, like I said, we have a bunch of ATC, so unfortunately Tyler can't be with us today, but he's in charge of ATC, or I have ATC on Infinite Flight, and he's kindly put together a big group of controllers who will be assisting you all the way to San Francisco, so big shout out to them, and thank you for helping out as always.
And they're special kind of controllers, like the top ones, because we know it's going to be busy.
Yeah. What
Can
they call
we-
specialists?
Can we, Misha, can we give them like actual personalized shout outs today?
I believe we can.
We should.
Let's have a look, Ski.
Let's do.
Los Angeles
Yeah.
ground. November 456
5 out of
November
8.
Delta. Ready for pushback with information.
Just getting a
Oscar.
list up. So
Requesting
I
runway
believe
2
we have a
for
bunch
left.
of people controlling right now. So there's Drummer, or Bruce, who's one of our
November 4
moderators,
Tango Echo. Pushback
Juan,
approved.
Oscar, something called TGS, unfortunately I don't know
Los
their actual name,
Angeles
and
ground.
Thunderbolt,
Sierra
and then
Papa
Chris
Echo
Wing,
Echo
Danny
Delta
M,
Charlie Alpha
Deer
Tango.
Crusher,
Ready for
one
pushback
of
with
another one of
information
our
Oscar.
moderators and real
Los
world pilot,
Angeles ground.
Ethan Hansen,
Infinite
Jack,
Flight
also known as
925
Balloon
Heavy.
Chaser, and
Ready for
Nico,
pushback with
NJ24.
information
So
Oscar.
big
Requesting
shout out to all
runway
you guys
2 for
controlling.
left. Pushback approved. Echo 3 Lima
go.
Yeah,
Hotel
it's
Sierra.
crazy how
Los
good these
Angeles
guys are. I
ground.
mean, like
United
we've released
6596.
multiplayer in
Ready
2014,
for
added
pushback with
more and more
information
people as they
Juliet.
joined, and right now it's I don't know, it's almost 500 people now that are just dedicated to controlling it.
Yeah. None of us could do it.
Los Angeles
Jason, I think
ground.
Jason, you were saying
Golf
earlier
Sierra
that
Lima
you,
Bravo
like
Bravo Juliet.
it'd be fun.
Ready
It'd be fun to see
taxi
you
with
control
information
Jason. That's
Oscar.
basically what I'm saying on a stream. That was what I was suggesting.
That would be an interesting stream idea, actually.
Yeah.
The last time I
Los
controlled,
Angeles
it was
ground.
a
Infinite
tower
Flight
frequency,
925 Heavy.
and I
Ready
had
for
like
pushback with
3
information
aircraft in the
Oscar.
pattern and a
Requesting
few
runway
inbounds,
2
and
for
I was like,
left.
this is intense. I don't know how they do it when they've
Well,
got
Jason, you and I can tag if you want. I'll do ATIS. You can do
Oh.
tower. Perfect.
That would be hilarious.
Pushback
Yeah,
approved.
I think we could do
a
it.
session where we
60
do
Zulu.
one zone approach, departure center.
A staff ATC session. We would get hammered, and it would be awesome.
Oh yeah,
Los
totally.
Angeles
Awesome.
ground.
I'm not
November
sure.
56
I'm not sure if
Tango
Maybe
awesome's
not
a
awesome.
word.
Ready to
Yeah.
taxi to
When was
runway
the last time that
255
Laura and
with
Philippe controlled
information
online,
Oscar.
if ever?
Infinite Flight
Philippe?
010 Heavy. Taxi to runway 24
I
left.
think I tried once on training. Go ahead.
I did the beginning. I did some, but then it got too crazy, and people got better. So I really do just for
Los
debugging,
Angeles ground.
mainly at this
Infinite
point.
Flight
It takes people that have
925
crazy
Ready for
multitasking
pushback with
skills. This is
information
Oscar.
pretty insane. I
Yeah.
mean, the amount of
Requesting runway
operations like
Los
people are able to
Angeles
do. This is
ground.
more than
Infinite Flight
what a
523.
real life
Ready
air
for
traffic
pushback
controller
with
will have to do. I mean,
information
obviously
Oscar.
it's different, but
Requesting runway
it gets pretty insane in some of those airports.
Like today, Ethan was controlling center for Oakland and LA. That spans from like Northern California all the way down to San Diego. And he was actually streaming it. It was pretty insane. I don't know how he did it.
Los
Robot
Angeles
brain or
ground.
something.
Echo 3
Yeah.
Lima Hotel
But I
Sierra.
couldn't
Ready
do
to
that.
taxi to
You have
runway
to get into it.
24
Like it
left
takes a
with
while
information
because I
Oscar.
remember when I got
United
into Infinite Flight
172
stuff. One of the
Victor
first things
Alpha.
I did was
Pushback
ATC, and
approved.
like you just
Alpha
get a
Victor
rhythm,
Delta
and like
Alpha
you get
November.
really into it and it
Taxi
becomes
to
second
runway
nature.
24 left.
So it just takes time, but it would
But
be fun
before
to
you
see
get
us
into
try.
it, there's a lot of
Los
sweating.
Angeles ground.
It's really,
Yeah.
really intense.
925 Heavy. Ready for
I still remember the
pushback
first time when it
information
got busy. I was
Requesting
controlling
runway
Singapore back
24
in
left.
2016 or
Los
something like that,
Angeles
and
ground.
suddenly there was 30
November
aircraft, and at that
456
point I just started
November
panicking.
Delta.
There was just too much
Ready to
going on.
taxi
Like
to runway
that was my
24
last
with
moment.
information Oscar.
Gosh, it's
India
impossible.
Sierra
I did that with
Papa
Atlanta
Oscar Tango.
approach.
Pushback
It must have been a
approved.
year and a half,
Expect
maybe
runway
2 years ago
24
now.
left.
And I was like, oh, don't worry, it'll be fine. Like I did this like several years ago. Like put my opening in ATC chat so they knew I was
Sierra
opening.
Papa
So
Alpha India
a bunch of
November.
IFATC
Pushback
turned up,
approved.
like look at how I was
Los
doing.
Angeles ground.
And then I was like, oh sorry, app
612
crashed
Victor
because I just
Alpha.
couldn't
Ready
hack
to
it.
taxi with information Oscar.
I think every ATC has used that excuse. Oh, the app crashed.
Los
Sorry.
Angeles ground. American
Yeah,
60 Zulu. Ready to taxi with information.
Well, we've begun our
November.
taxi.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Dan, this cockpit view is really beautiful, but oh, you're gonna turn. Okay,
Los
we can
Angeles
get some
ground.
side views.
Infinite
Yeah, the
Flight
only thing I don't want to do is go on the
925
outside
Ready
view
for
and the engines
pushback
be
with
too loud for
information
everybody's
Oscar.
voices who's talking.
Requesting runway
Right.
24 left. Hotel
But we have a
Bravo
good
Alpha
view here.
November Tango. Pushback
Um,
approved.
You can also use the free cam, the internal free cam, and move it to the,
Yeah, we'll do that.
That's a good idea.
because it has an internal sound.
ready. Los Angeles ground. Infinite flight
Leave it to
925
Laura to come up with
heavy.
the great
Ready
idea.
for pushback with information
Yeah.
There we go.
Oscar.
Okay, cool. We're on the
Requesting
outside.
runway 24
Look
left.
at
Los
that.
Angeles ground.
Have we said who
Infinite flight
has been
523. Ready
making
for
these
pushback with
airports?
information Oscar.
Have we said that live?
Requesting runway
We haven't.
25
No.
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 Taxiing to
Are we allowed
runway
to, Laura
24
Fleet?
left. India Foxtrot Sierra Foxtrot Golf Charlie
We
Echo
actually you had left the chat yesterday in the
77
meeting,
Victor Alpha. Pushback
Misha, because you were
approved.
working on something. For now we're gonna say there is a group of people that are working on the buildings, and at some point we'll have more information about that and how people can help. But for now it's a concentrated group of people.
Los Angeles ground,
That's the official word.
Ready to taxi with information Oscar. Los Angeles ground, United 172 Victor Alpha.
That answered
ready
your
to
question.
taxi to runway 25
Very much so, yeah.
Sweet and simple.
Los Angeles ground. Delta 0914
And as Dan goes along and shows these wonderful views, keep an eye out in the chat for some polls along the way and predictions where you can win some channel bits.
Contact tower when ready. Los Angeles ground. Infinite flight 40 Victor Alpha.
I think one of the
Ready to
super
taxi
exciting
to
things
runway
today is just the
24 left
giveaway.
with information
That obviously
Oscar.
we're showing this as well, but the giveaway is so big, and whoever wins this is going to be a very lucky person.
Yeah, it's pretty epic. I honestly I didn't expect it to grow to that size.
November 4th,
So it's like
Tango
it's a lot for
Taxi
one
to
person,
runway 24
but
left.
you know,
Contact tower when ready.
such is life.
Good for them though. Good for them.
November 4 Tango Echo.
And is
Los
it the
Angeles ground. Infinite
sunglasses
flight
that
10
you
Yankee
have, Jason,
Sierra.
already?
Ready for pushback
Oh, yeah.
with information
Yeah.
Let's
Oscar.
take a look.
Requesting runway
Yeah.
24
Because
left.
that looks better than my
Infinite
tired
flight
eyeballs.
925 heavy. Ready for pushback
All right, so these are the I probably have to clean them, but these are the Kestrel Aviators. And what's cool is you can go on there. Oh, let me turn off my. I should turn off my background effect maybe.
Pushback approved.
There we
Pushback approved. Infinite
Okay.
flight 1. Golf
So
Whiskey Alpha
the
Lima
cool part
Echo.
about these is
Pushback
that
approved.
they're made for pilots. So if you're wearing a noise canceling headset, it's super thin. So it's designed to not break your noise canceling seal. Yeah. So if you have any type of noise canceling headset, so they're super thin, and when you put them on, they sort of hug the side of your face, and when your headset goes on, it just hugs your face. And I have another pair of shades that I was wearing in the cockpit, and they're hard arms, and so they would actually create a gap, and then the seal would break. They're super light, and I love them. They're the best, by easily the best pair of sunglasses I've ever had.
Sierra Papa Echo Echo
They
Delta
look good.
Charlie Alpha Tango.
Maybe you want to
And-
explain how and when people will be able to win those the grand prize.
Yeah, good idea. So what we'll do is we'll pick a point in the stream at some point. I don't know, maybe we won't wait right till the end, but we'll pick a point in the stream where we have people say a keyword in the chat. We'll let you know what that keyword is later. You type the keyword in the chat, and that enters you to win. Simple as that. When you have won, whoever that lucky person is, and let me say moderators and family of moderators and family of staff, please don't enter this. It'll be really awkward because we'll have to try it again.
But staff can, that's what I'm hearing.
Well, why do you think Tyler's not on the stream today? He's just there ready to win.
Yeah, he's here with his burner account. That's it. When you've done that, I will shoot you a little whisper message here on Twitch, and we'll be in contact after that. Simple as that. So stick around. You got to stick around. You got to be in the chat.
Lining up now.
Ah, Tyler is here creeping us. He said, "I've won once and I'll do it again."
Requesting transition. November 930 Tango Sierra. Cross runway 24
I just want to say a
left.
massive
Please
thank you to
expedite.
everybody who's joining. This is a
Crossing runway
crazy
24
popular
left.
stream
November
today.
930
This is
Tango
a
Sierra.
huge record for
692 Victor
viewers.
Alpha. Contact
Yeah.
Sokol Alpha
Just
Victor
by a
Delta
little
Alpha
bit.
November.
I think we were like
Runway
last stream we
24
got was it
left.
370 or something, and we were like, right, let's aim for like 400 next time, 450, maybe 500 at a push.
Yeah.
And now we've got 1,485. So hello everyone.
Dan, I know you're on the roll right now, but when you're airborne, can we get some autopilot ASAP so we can get some views?
Yeah, absolutely, of
window.
course, yeah. 100%.
Lovely.
Lovely job.
I'll just be quiet so we can watch this happen.
November. Hold short of runway 25 left. Holding short runway 25 left. Charlie Sierra Mike Sierra November. Charlie Sierra Mike Sierra November. Correction. Stand by. Roger. November 12 Alpha Bravo. Charlie Sierra Mike Sierra November. Hold short of runway 25 right. Holding short runway 25 right. Charlie Sierra Mike Sierra November. November 930 Tango Sierra. Request frequency change. November 930 Tango Sierra.
That was nice. That was a very smooth takeoff. I'll take that.
On 121.65.
Right, we have to maintain runway heading until at or above 5,000, so
United
let's do this.
7173 Heavy. United 7173 Heavy. Contact Sokol departure on 125.2. Los Angeles Tower. India Foxtrot Sierra Foxtrot Golf Charlie Echo Oscar. Ready for
There we go.
Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November. Contact
Give you time.
Sokol departure on 125.2.
Outside view.
Sokol departure on 125.2. Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November. Sokol departure.
Yeah, there
Alpha
is in the
Victor
background.
Delta Alpha November. With you on 1900.
Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November. Radar contact.
Super cool stuff. Right, I need to just very quickly concentrate on the flying. 'Cause that would
What we can say too while you're doing that is if you have questions, go ahead and ask them in the chat. We'll keep an eye on it. And now is a really good time to ask questions because we've got a number of staff here who have the answers.
It's going to be a gold mine.
Yeah.
It's going to be a gold mine for so much. So, Q&A away.
I see one right away I'd love to answer. Can you say which airports will have buildings? Yes, tomorrow. unless someone wants to say it now. We have a blog post coming out about our open beta, and it will have the list of airports. Why don't we say that at least the number
Sokol departure.
that will be
Golf
included?
Sierra Lima Bravo
That's
Bravo
sure.
Juliet.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
View
go ahead.
1600. Golf
It is.
Sierra Lima
Drum roll.
Bravo
Doodle
Bravo
doodle.
Juliet.
21.
Radar contact.
21 airports.
173 Heavy.
21
now.
airports and 21.1.
So
Kinda-
we'll
that's
add
kinda cool.
code one airport name.
Yeah.
Half
Oh, we
of an
do
airport.
actually have a fleet one airport because we have a little
No,
tidbit.
not anymore. Not anymore.
Oh, not anymore.
Yeah.
Ugh, camera.
There was a bug.
Oh, it's so sad.
Is this chat is in slow mode and it's still really hard to read?
Yeah.
I
Guess
saw-
that's what happened.
I saw
There's a lot of
question-
questions about beta. Sorry, no, you go ahead.
Yes, there was a question someone asked, can we fly through the clouds? So yes, those clouds are Cirrus clouds, so they're like the higher altitude ones, and you can control in the weather setting, you can control the altitude and the density. So right now it's a simplified UI to make it simple, and it's accessible in solo and live because we do not have live synchronization of those clouds yet. We've done some tests and it's doable. But for now, like the first initial drop is going to be manually controlled in live and solo. But yes, you can fly over them and control the altitude.
How far are those buildings visible, Laura? Do you remember? I think I
I
understood
think
that
it's
question.
10 nautical miles. I think.
10 nautical miles.
Or 10 kilometers. We have to look at the
Let's
code.
see, how many airplanes will have the anniversary livery? I think it's 2, right?
2. A350, which I thought that weren't you gonna fly that one today, Dan?
I was going to, but then the only issue with that is people wouldn't be able to see me.
Oh,
So-
right.
Yeah, there would be that problem.
Right. Yeah, and then the 172. just like in the video.
Sockle departure. India Foxtrot Sierra.
there's
If
also
you-
questions
if you-
about.
Charlie Echo Oscar.
Sorry, Cam, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've seen a lot of questions about the beta. Like we're going to have a blog post and an announcement about that, about who can join. But it's going to be open to as many people as possible. And we really wish that everyone who wants to try it can get their hands on it.
Do you know, Cam, how many will be? Well, maybe you don't want to say, but what we'll start with.
Yeah, we'll see. The plan for us is we'll start off with kind of like a smaller group and then just increase it as we go up through the day, the week as well. So that way we can kind of see if there's any major issue that's affecting everyone. We won't release it to everyone because we don't want absolutely everyone to have a bad experience. But at the same time, if it's turning out to be okay, we'll get more people on board to try it.
Okay, cool. We have a few issues with cameras freezing on screen here with our staff, but I think it's a Google Meet thing. So first time we've tried that. Might as well just point out the elephant in the room.
The streams, yeah, obviously they're a work in progress. Whatever streams we do, they're going to get better and better each time. But if we do run into problems live, it's live, and that's something we can't really get around in the moment.
We'll end up with like a big newsroom at the end. That's cool.
Yeah. And again, you know, my 3-year-old could run in here picking his nose. You just never know. And then
I
if
see a lot
camera's
of
freezing.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I see a lot of questions about lights. So the lights in the airports, I mean, we don't have like dynamic lights yet. This is something we're still working on. The terminals will have a specific texture at night, like an emissive texture, so it will look lit. But the all the floodlights and stuff like that, those don't work yet. But this is something that we're working on, and we'll have more to share later.
I saw someone who's saying, you know, they're assuming obviously this is pre-recorded. We are absolutely 100% live right now.
Do whatever we wanted.
You can see the proof if you go on our expert server right now and watch Dan flying.
Yep, absolutely.
There's another question. Can you crash into buildings? No.
Depends who you are.
Not, not at the moment. This is not something. This is not a crash simulator. So we're kind of we don't know yet if this is something we'll enable at the moment.
We did run some tests though, and it's pretty fun. Not crashing in buildings, but landing on top of buildings. Just crashing it.
By we mean Laura on the weekend.
You have access to the code, you can do it yourself.
True.
Just a very quick question, guys. I'm not quite sure what altitude the clouds are at. Can I adjust that? Is that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to show everyone how to adjust the clouds?
Yeah.
Cool, okay, so let me just double check ATC. Okay, cool. So when it comes to adjusting the Cirrus cloud altitude, you basically just go to the weather tab, like you would do on solo, and control all of the rest of the weather, but obviously this is live, but the clouds are not. You can pretty much choose how thick you want the cirrus clouds, which starts from clear to few, scattered, and broken, but we'll leave them at broken for today's stream. And as you can see on the bottom bar, you have the cloud altitude in feet. Right now they're at 50,000, but for the sake of this, we'll bring them all the way down so that we fly through them just now.
Echo Sierra Charlie Romeo Tango.
Nice.
Radar contact.
So I believe they're at 24,000, so we'll go through them quite soon. Dan, will Ted go woof woof on landing?
They look super cool as well, with like different lighting.
Yeah, should I have a play with that? Should I show what it looks like in Sunset, for example?
Fly following request
Go
not
ahead.
required after check-in. American 1955. Contact San Diego Unicom on 1.
So that's Sunset, which looks pretty cool.
San Diego Unicom on
Pretty cool.
122.8. American 1955. Lufthansa
We'll go through them at sunset, actually.
Descend and maintain flight level
Why can't I see any
290.
buildings? I came here to see buildings.
We're in the air. Unless you want to make a floating ship in the sky with buildings on it, then
Yeah, that's just the ISS.
Request.
Laura's done that.
for those who have seen that.
Someone asked if there's going to be buildings around the airport. For now, no. We're just trying to limit to just the airport boundary. For now, no.
Oh, there we go. So we just went through the cloud.
United 172 Victor Alpha. Do not exceed 30
And there's an interesting thing also to notice in this new version. The clouds actually are shown in reflection on the aircraft. If you go out and you look at the cowling, you can see, and even the shiny parts, you can see the clouds being reflected in there.
Continuous file.
Might be easier to see if it's not a solid layer.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm thinking that. Let's go ahead and switch that up. Weather, change it to...
Roger. United 700.
They work slightly better from below because you're further away. I mean, what you can do is like you can make it go up to.
They're all the way over there now.
Switch it back to 50,000 feet.
Radar contact.
Okay.
And then you will see it on the top part of the
700.
fuselage.
Disregard last message.
It's also visible in the
United 700
in top part, not top part of the fuselage, but top part of like the engine, because it needs to be kind of dark.
Requesting ILS approach runway 27 at San Diego.
But it's mostly visible in the terminals,
Yep.
terminal windows. So that's, yeah, you can kind of see them.
So somebody is asking, do the clouds change color with sunset? Yeah, we just showed this. The clouds change based on the lighting conditions.
With you at 80,100.
What I'll do, I'll go ahead and to show the different times of day right now. From just here. I'll leave them at 50,000 for this part.
United 700. American
Sunrise.
60 Zulu. Radar contact.
Like that. They look so cool. I haven't seen them in sunrise before. That looks quite neat. Then we've got.
So switch back. Get the camera when you're like this. Get the camera on the wing, so you look at the reflection on the wing of the clouds.
Sure thing. Okay.
Sometimes there's an interesting patch of cloud that's kind of brighter, and you can see the patch. Well, it's not clear enough now. But like I was playing this morning, and I could see there was just a single patch, about 40 degrees high, and it was just reflecting on the wing. It was beautiful.
Let me just play with the time of day. Maybe that will.
Maybe add a little more light. Maybe a little less. Oh, there's not lots of ways to kind of play with this, so.
Kevin is probably panicking right now that we're touching all his settings.
Laura, you're the pro of this.
I think it depends on the shininess of the wings also, because this one looks more of a brushed look than shiny.
Yeah, for sure.
Tails are quite good though, like dark colored tails. So if this is a black tail, that might.
Let's have a quick look at that actually.
Kevin's just confirmed he is watching and he is judging.
American 010. Stay on my frequency.
Contacting Sokol approach on 124.9.
I mean, all in all though, it looks fantastic. It's so cool to have clouds. Finally.
Yeah, I think you can see it there, on the tail bit.
And one thing also that's interesting in the lighting of the aircraft is we're using the environment to light up the aircraft itself. So whenever the clouds are obscuring things, everything gets darker because everything is darker. So it's pretty cool.
And is that what's happening over there, for example? Does it happen with the terrain as well?
I don't think the terrain has that yet.
No?
But the aircraft does have it.
What's the difference then between this way of showing reflections and the old version in the current RTM build?
The reflection is actually built in real time based on what's around you. Obviously, we cannot put everything in the reflection because that would require re-rendering everything twice. and everything around you, so it's very expensive. So we just put the clouds and the sky, the atmosphere, and a kind of a fake planet in that reflection. But it's real time. So this way, even at sunset, the reflection updates and the reflection will look like the reflection of the sunset, like sunset colors.
Like it's more visible at San Francisco. You can park in front of a terminal and adjust some of the settings. You'll see it's very visible when you're in front of a terminal.
And it's not, I mean, again, this is a first attempt. We had, obviously, there's better way to do this, more realistic ways to do this, but we'll get there. Right now we're trying to get a good enough look that doesn't completely bog down every people's devices, which is important to see. This is beta software running live on which iPad do you have, Dan? You have the Pro, right?
2018 iPad Pro.
So almost 3 years old iPad at fairly decent frame rate. I think you get between 30, like 45, around 45, 60 frame per second, right? On a regular basis, Dan?
What's that? Sorry, I was just focusing on a Slack combo. Sorry, that last bit I didn't catch. Was that to do with performance?
No, it's like you seem to be running at like decent frame rate.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah, 100%. It's never really dropped, honestly. There has been a few times. Obviously, there's been some performance improvements anyway over the past however long. But ever since then, it's been running very smoothly. Like for example, on the stream right now, if you just look how smooth that is when we pan around the aircraft on a 3-year-old device, it's not bad at all.
Yeah, it's interesting to see like where we started from at the beginning. The first time we had San Francisco built up and usable, it was running at less than 1 frames per second on a PC, on a powerful PC, and now we're like on the same PC we're about 300 FPS. So it would have been like sub. Nothing on mobile. So it's pretty we've done a lot of optimizations. We can talk about that later, but like there's what you see on the screen now is way different. I mean, all the stuff that takes care of rendering things on the screen pretty much has changed since 20.3. So in the span of a few months, we've had to, for performance optimizations, because of that less than 1 frame per second at San Francisco, we had to find ways to completely redesign a whole bunch of things to make that possible. So it's been interesting.
F-22 pulling up just beside us, pretty cool. Up they go. Up and into the clouds.
So when weather will come, rain and snow. Right now, we're focusing on clouds. Obviously, we need clouds to be able to have rain. Otherwise, it's gonna look weird. But we'll probably expand on the cloud system a little bit, make it look more realistic, add different kind of clouds. This is long term, obviously. But yeah, we'll start with that. Snow, I don't know how we're gonna do that.
Philippe, there's another good question here about let's see. Mr. Plane Guy 1 said, I know you guys want to keep Infinite Flight accessible to everyone and most devices, but at what point do you think you're going to have to stop catering to some older devices? Which specific feature or update? Do you want to talk to that a little bit?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So we do. Every big release like this one, for example, and something that we'll detail in the tomorrow, but we can talk about it today. For Android, for example, we're gonna raise the minimum Android version required from 6.0, which is pretty old, like it's probably 6 years old, to 7.0, which is 5 years old. And we'll probably also raise it a little bit more by the end of the year. This is basically so we can use more recent features of the device. And make sure that those devices are not too old. We try to still have a good experience for any device that's in that window, like between now and 4 or 5 years ago at the most. But yeah, we can't just suddenly drop half of the people that Infinite Flight work with.
And one of the advantages of supporting lower end devices, optimizing something that runs at 5 frames per second to 10 frames per second is, if we don't have this low frame rate, we don't know what the pain points are if it's on a high performance devices. So it's been a target for us to try to at least run decently on older iOS devices and older Android devices, and all these savings that we gained by working on those devices are actually carried through to the newer devices. So whenever we have to do 3D clouds, it's more frame time that we have to render clouds, rain, or any other kind of effects like lighting. So it's not. It seems counterproductive to support all the devices, but at the end of the day, everyone benefits from it.
Somebody said Dan my ATC. I literally checked in IFR. That was just a Roger, basically. That's just them acknowledging me. Don't worry, I didn't ignore them. I know that happens. I'm sorry.
You're going to be made fun for the way you said Roger, the British way.
Roger.
What's the other way?
Roger.
Roger.
I would say Roger, but Ludix will say Raja. Follow him on YouTube.
So apologies if we don't get to your questions. The comment section is just bonkers right now, and it's hard to follow every single comment.
There is one I've seen a few times about like airports saying where they're going to be, so I think we can expand a bit more on that later on in the blog post, but we've really tried to get a bit of geographical diversity in the airports that we have, and also basing it on what the most popular ones are. But it's worth keeping in mind as well, this is our first release, and we're going to, our end goal is to have airports for every airport in the world, buildings for every airport in the world.
Another one I've been seeing is, I'm seeing the word JetBlue a lot. The JetBlue stuff is paused. We just have a lot. There's a lot going on with the new release and all of that. So when we have updates on the JetBlue liveries, we'll update you as soon as we can. I promise.
But we still have lots of good ones coming.
Yes. Oh yes. Yes.
Somebody said about cabin crew announcements. There is a third-party app for that. What's the third-party app that has the
in-flight assistant.
In-flight assistant. That's it.
It's IF. I think. Hold on. I don't want to misspeak here. Is it IF assistant?
Oh my setup keeps falling apart.
I just thought you kept disappearing for the fun of it. I was a bit confused what was going on.
No, like because I have the capture thing attached to the bottom of my desk, and for some reason it just keeps unsticking now.
I do want to give a shout out to John, who is the developer for In-Flight Assistant. You can go to inflightassistant.com, and he's got stuff on social media as well. John generously donated some prizes on our last stream, so thank you so much to John, and thank you to him for creating a really cool and useful third-party app. So yay, go to inflightassistant.com and figure out how you can...
Sorry, there's also Infinite Passenger?
Infinite Passenger, oh yes. Actually, a really good resource if you're interested in third-party apps is to go to our community forum, which is community.infiniteflight.com, and go to the third-party category. Lots of stuff there.
Yeah, I just enabled a slightly longer slow mode, so if you want to get your questions in to make sure we can see them, make sure they're good. And we can see them a bit easier as well.
I'm going to
I've
expand
seen.
on what Jason
sorry.
said quickly about about the third-party apps. So if you're also a developer or you're learning to program or anything, we offer an API that lets you build apps on top of that. So that's how Lifelight's built. That's how John's apps are built. That's how a lot of apps are built on top of it. So if we have a bunch of ideas as well, in case there is anything you want to test out, but come check it out on the forum. It's the third-party category.
Proceed as requested.
Another thing I want to mention too, there's Sebastian's just telling us here on Slack that he's seeing a lot of questions about jet bridges, or air bridges attaching to the aircraft and like animations and things like that. So version 1 of our 3D update will not have any animations with jet bridges, trucks, all that kind of stuff. But for sure, make sure you're following us on social media. We give updates on our blog often about things like this and on social media. But probably the biggest source of information is going to be our community forum, which is community.infiniteflight.com. And as we develop the 3D stuff, we'll make sure that we get back to our developer timeline as well on our website.
So to quickly add on this, the part about the jet bridges, I think one of the difficulties we have, like we wanted to ship something that worked without adding too much trouble, like too much potential issues. Because one of the issues we have, since we have a live mode, we need to synchronize all the jet bridges over the network, otherwise it looks weird, because you would be controlling a jet bridge that someone wouldn't see moving. So we would love to have that support. That said, the jet bridges are animated because the people who build the airports can move them around to where they should be in real life. So it's all customized, and you can adjust the height, where the head is going to go and everything. So, the full specification is not done yet, but we have some rough ideas on how to do this.
Somebody said in the chat, are we going to show any sneak peeks today?
No. Sorry.
Not a single one.
There's one question I just saw actually, it was about open beta, and it's a question we get quite a lot on social media, is for those who do manage to get into open beta, you are free to show whatever you want anywhere on social media. It's an open beta, so you don't have to PM us on Instagram or anything asking for permission. You can show whatever you want to whoever you want. Lucky people.
I also saw another question from Nate, who's one of our military fanatics in the community, about what we've done for the military community. So, Laura, you could probably elaborate a bit more on that, but we've done a lot of improvements. Do you want to mention?
Sure. So there's one of the things that we had to do for this update was to, since pretty much the whole way we render aircraft in the sim was redesigned, we had to go over every single aircraft and adapt them to newer standards. So we didn't carry over a lot of the older rendering techniques to the new one. So we took this opportunity to re-export all the aircraft and ask the artists to give us high resolution textures if we didn't have them already. They also added Pbr textures. So basically, anytime you see on those aircraft that we have already, when you see a part of the aircraft that's more shiny than another, this is done with Pbr Textures, which means which stands for physically based rendering. So it's just a way to have more realistic textures, basically. So we've updated all the aircraft. So all the military aircraft have been. We've gone over them. We've updated some of the animations, like the C-17 now is more enjoyable to fly because it has moving parts. The gear also moves. Some of them have gear tilt. For some of them, not all of them, but some of them have gear tilt. Most of them have suspension animation. So it's not a soft rework for most of them, but it's a light touch to make sure that they're a little more up to our standards.
Expect the ILS approach runway 28 left at
Cool.
San Francisco.
Just
American 202 Sierra Foxtrot.
sorry,
Jason.
Jason, was you about to say something then?
United 4 Heavy.
Go ahead, Dan.
Contact.
Sure, I was literally just about to tell everyone that we are already descending into SFO. Very, very quick. Super cool. We're going to see some more buildings very, very soon.
Frontier Flight 428.
The crown jewel, San Francisco.
A reminder
it's
that
probably-
these buildings are still a WIP. They're still a work in progress, a few of these buildings. So if you see a few like collisions, ground vehicles and everything, don't worry, we are aware, we are fixing them. Okay.
I think we should do a giveaway, like a small
Yes.
one.
Agreed.
I mean,
I'd like to do two, actually, before we do our grand prize. I would love to do a 10-year anniversary t-shirt, since it's a limited edition. And I would love to do a 1-year subscription giveaway. How about that?
Sure thing. Go for it, Jason. All yours.
Okay. Well, let's do it. So what we'll do is we're going to head over to Nightbot here. We're gonna do a keyword. Someone just got a text. You should answer your text.
I have too many devices, so
I think I've heard Laura's phone and dog barking so far.
Phone barking? Strange.
Phone bark?
Laura, put the dog in Do Not Disturb.
Alright, so the first one is going to be for a Infinite Flight Limited Edition 10-year anniversary t-shirt. And the keyword to type into the chat right now is all one word, t-shirt, as in the letter T and then shirt. So go ahead, type t-shirt into the chat for your chance to be eligible to win an Infinite Flight t-shirt. 10-year anniversary. Go, go, go.
Chat goes crazy again. Everybody's in it for free stuff. T-shirt, 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 t-shirt. How many entries do we have already?
There's a bit of a lag, so I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay.
Lima Victor Echo Lima India. Turn right heading 110 and hold over Salinas Muni Airport at 10,000. Right turns. Do not exceed 230 knots.
And the next one we'll do after this will be one for
Right turns. Wilco. Lima Victor Echo Lima India.
1-year Infinite Flight subscription.
So we just went through the clouds. Everybody just saw that in the chat. Super, super cool.
Continuous file. Expect the ILS
Nice.
approach runway 28 left at San Francisco.
Just for the record, I'm not landing in this view. I want to try and make a smooth landing today on a good stream, so that will be good. And yes, I remember the gear before everyone starts saying that 101 times.
Before I run a prediction.
Yeah, run a prediction.
Yeah, right. Alright, here we go. We have, it's a lower number than I thought it would be here, Dan.
Okay.
Oh no, now it's jumping up. Alright, so we have 600 and some eligible users on the giveaway. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, and
Let's see.
go.
Roll it. Da-da-da-dum.
Logan's_streams.
Whoop, whoop. Well done to you.
I'm assuming your name is Logan. Congratulations, Logan.
That was static.
I was
Stream's gone.
I was petrified for a second.
Sorry everybody who's watching that. That was Laura who decided to press some buttons and have fun.
Logan's streams. I don't know if I told you to do that.
That's super cool.
Anyway, Logan, if that's your name, congrats. I'm gonna shoot you a little whisper here in the chat, and if you can figure out how to whisper back, then we'll get you your T-shirt. Congratulations! Thank you for participating, everyone.
Yeah, there's more giveaways, don't forget. When a bit later in the stream we'll do the big grand prize.
Grand prize. And then Laura will pull out loads and loads of sound effects and a round of applauses. Spam the button.
Be like a whole Mr. Bean skit.
This is all political, you know.
Still remember the day you got that and you were just on a meeting just pressing it constantly. No, of course not.
I vaguely remember hearing a Curb Your Enthusiasm theme song.
Oh, you're gonna get demonetized.
Yeah,
That's a thing.
copyright.
Yeah, you're gonna have our stream taken down.
Yeah.
Infinite Flight professionals.
Laura, how are you doing that?
It was recommended by police to get this thing that has lights and a display called a roadcaster. It's basically a thing that you can put sounds into and it mixes your mic and different inputs and it looks really cool.
Basically, it has lights and a screen.
Yeah, cool stuff.
Well, I have multiple inputs that I have to like mix through, and I had another thing that was giving me problems. And it has a display. Yeah, so I was convinced.
DJ Laura.
Let's go back to one question. We're seeing a lot about airport buildings, if they'll be in like navigation updates or if they'll be as regular updates. We'll talk about this a bit more later on down the line. We're still planning on the best way on how to do this.
Indeed, and Cam mentioned earlier about the spread of airports, that we're going to try and have diversity. We are going to make sure that in the new ATZ and zones that are coming, I can't remember what exactly they're called, are in May. With IFATC, we will try and have an airport in every single one of those places, at least one. Obviously in multiple places where it's busy we'll have a few more, but everywhere will be covered with at least one airport, and as we add airports and expand and go into the future we'll add more and more. So yeah.
Cool. Well, congrats again to Logan's _streams for winning the Infinite Flight t-shirt. Momentarily we'll do another draw for a 1-year Infinite Flight Pro subscription. And I want to say thanks again to our giveaway sponsors, our friends at 4Flight, Flying Eyes, and Sporty's Pilot Shop. Thank you so much for donating. We value our relationships with all three of these companies a lot, and it won't be the last time you see us talking about them. And so if you, just really quickly, if you want to take your Infinite Flight experience up a notch, or you have any inclinations of becoming a pilot whatsoever, check out 4Flight. You can go to 4flight.com. They are the app for pilots, and it's your entire electronic flight bag all in one app. And you can go to 4flight.com for more info on that. We are super thankful for our friends at 4Flight. Second is Sporty's Pilot Shop. Sporty's is like your source for anything aviation at all, whether it's flight simming gear or real world aviation gear. And so check out sportys.com for all of your flying goodies. And I should mention too, by the way, 4Flight is fully compatible with Infinite Flight. So if you want to learn more about how to practice flying approaches or anything like that, you can share flight plans back and forth, and practice flying into an airport that you haven't done before, which I do sometimes. I know Laura does as well. And last but not least, our relatively new friends at Flying Eyes Optics. Flying Eyes makes sunglasses for aviators, and not just aviators, but they have all kinds of styles, and they're awesome. So check them out, and I think it's flyingeyesoptics.com. So thank you to our sponsors. Huge thanks. Yay. Dan, everything under control there?
My mic is muted. Yeah, everything's all good. We're descending now to 3,000 feet. We're being vectored by ATC, which is super cool, and we should be landing in, it's saying about 10 minutes. So around that sort of time, yeah.
All right. Well, then this is the perfect opportunity to get another. We'll do a 1-year Infinite Flight subscription. And
Let's do it.
I do a keyword here, and so for a 1 year, and don't worry if you already have a 1-year subscription to Infinite Flight or a month or whatever it is, this will simply extend your current subscription.
Good stuff.
All right.
Is it? Did you say this is going to be a keyword one, or
It will be, yeah.
it will be? Yeah.
hmm Are we ready?
Go for it.
Okay. So in the chat, to be eligible for the 1-year subscription, type the word for flight. F-O-R-E, flight.
Nice and easy.
Everyone's typing 1-year subscription instead.
There we go. The transition.
What did we say on the previous stream where I said something and everybody started saying what I said when it wasn't the keyword?
Oh, nice and easy, maybe? Wasn't it?
Super easy.
Super easy. Yeah, that was it.
I watched it today. That's why. I
Super. And they just kept saying it over and over.
Yeah. It was great. It was great.
So good.
Those
Just
are
waiting
four
for someone in the
flights.
chat to say it now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there we go.
So again, if you're for some reason just starting to pay attention or you're just joining us, the keyword to type in the chat is for flight, not the number 4, F-O-R-E, flight.
It's not Fireflight either, or Floor Flight.
No. 288 are currently eligible.
I still can't believe there's over 1,000 viewers. Insane.
Yeah, we've been holding at just under 1,400 for a while.
Super, super cool.
All right, so we're gonna roll this. Oh, we're up to 500 eligible. Here we go. So for 1-year Infinite Flight subscription in 3, 2, 1, boom.
Roll it. Wait, the chat's gone so fast. Where'd it go?
I don't know how to say this. I think it's a silent T. Sumia IF, maybe? Anyway, whoever you are, congratulations. We have finished the poll. You do not have to, or the contest. You don't have to keep typing for flight.
Team is a very active member of our community, Jason. Very active.
Really?
Might even be TL3 in our forum. I can't quite remember.
How do you say it?
I would assume it is Sumia, yeah, but I don't actually know. So
Okay. Well, anyway, congrats, and we're
Well done.
happy to have you on the stream, and happy for you that you won. Congrats.
Congratulations.
I'm gonna shoot you a little whisper here, and you can whisper us back.
I'm just waiting for Laura and celebration noises to enter the chat again.
I think Philippe has some of those, no?
No. They're too loud.
It's the MLG ones that make me laugh.
I just want to point out a really interesting whisper that we got from Hunter309 Gamer 5, who said, "Do you like cheese?" Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like cheese?
me, I don't like cheese.
Me.
Really? What? You don't like cheese?
I'm so sorry, everybody. What? I've been bashed for this before by our community.
Everyone
You
should
like cheeses. There's like so many different types of cheeses.
Yeah, and they'll equally awful.
We'd like to thank Misha
No.
for his few years of service at Infinite Flight. His last day will be today.
Hey, I'm also vegan. Oh no, I shouldn't say that. I'm gonna bash that as
You're
well.
not vegan.
Definitely not vegan. Okay, wink, wink.
Yeah, but that raises the question: what happens when you have pizza? Do you have no cheese on the pizza?
I've just stopped having. I mean, like, lots of brands here have like vegan cheese and stuff, so it's fine. But yeah.
Right, okay.
Also,
But he doesn't like vegan cheese either. That's an important.
no, I
thing to
don't.
make.
Yeah. Going back to the winner. Just I wanted to mention Zumia because it's nice when we get winners who are like long-term users of Infinite Flight. Zumia is a grade 4 pilot, also an Infinite Flight airport editor, not the 3D kind. Community regular, IAF/ATC specialist, and also very active in our VAs. So congratulations once again, and thank you
And-
for inputting so much.
And a subscriber on Twitch. So,
Yeah.
big thank you.
All around
Yeah.
legend.
All around legend. That's it. and now one subscription richer.
Matt, who's controlling right now?
Who's NJ24? Is that Tyler?
And
No, that's
Nico.
Nico.
I think.
Nice.
No,
Okay,
MJ,
well,
yeah.
yeah.
It's Nico.
What's Tyler's call sign?
November 1 Tango Juliet. I think it is still.
Okay, yeah. So I got muddled up.
He's
Yeah, and
he's had that call sign for forever, no?
Oh yeah. For a while.
Long time. Just FYI, folks. The whisper about cheese was not really an invitation to send us tons of whispers. I'm not gonna be able to read these all.
Wait, what whispers have we got since then?
I don't want to encourage them, Dan.
I don't want it to get out of control.
Yeah, there's just a nice comment I've seen. Someone called African Skies who says, "My dream is to build a big African community for Infinite Flight." This is something that we obviously completely support, both on the forum and in our community VAs and everything. And if you are wanting to do this, I'm very happy to give you a few tips and tricks as to how best to kind of set up a community or sub-community in Infinite Flight. So if you get in contact with me at community.infiniteflight.com, I will happily talk you through some good ways to get that set up.
Good stuff.
Someone asked me in the comments, I mean the chat, to show my cat. But the cat is not here. Right?
It's still flying from the last time you threw it.
One simply cannot just tell a cat to ask a cat to show up. The cat does what the cat wants.
Exactly. Maybe he's sleeping somewhere.
Come on, he's a cat. He's definitely
I
sleeping.
have to check.
Do you not have like a toy that has like a bell on it or something? Shake it and come running in.
It's a cat, Dad.
Or a
Yeah,
squeaky noise
cats,
on that
cats
thing.
have them. Cats have them. So the little mice that have little bells attached to them.
They like them, but when they like them. They're not going to tell you when they like them.
Yeah, true. It's a bit different to a dog, I guess.
Yeah. The dog's always going to be like super excited to see you. Cat's like sometimes.
Dogs are wonderful.
I love
bash
dogs
this
so
cat
much.
again for saying that. Cats are.
Is there an Infinite Flight staff member that's a cat person over a dog person?
Yeah.
Laura is
yeah.
no longer with us. Oh my! I'm so disappointed.
But I have 2 cats and 2 dogs. So
What? Wait a second, Cameron. Did you put up your hand?
I did, yeah.
No.
Wait, to what? To what was that?
Oh my word.
Cameron has never known love. What?
what? Cats are just better. Like there's just no contest.
It's just easy. They're just there. They're just there when you don't have to be looking after them all the time. It's easier.
Well, they just
There's-
don't have a pet.
Who was
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Who was it that had? Was it Jim Gaffigan? There was a Jim Gaffigan joke. It was like, can you tell I have a cat in my apartment? No, but I can tell you have a box full of poo. Or something like that.
You should have seen my living room this afternoon when we finished cleaning it and the dog full of mud came into the room.
Oh, I saw a picture of your dog caked in mud. I guess
just washed
that's
it before it
the
came
thing.
in. Just
Like
hose the dog
50%
down.
of the dog was covered in mud. Okay?
That's...
Yeah.
Hey, you chose to have golden retrievers, so...
I didn't make this decision. It was made for me.
Anyway, you're going to get us all cancelled.
I like animals, okay?
Yeah. We don't play favoritism at Infinite Flight. We just like everything.
I really want a pet snake.
Oh yeah, you had a pet snake on your Instagram the other day, didn't you?
Yeah, it was so cool.
That's weird.
Um,
Anyway, we should get back to our flight. Should
Yeah.
we answer some more questions? Like where we got the whole staff on, or some of the staff on stream here.
I just saw one actually that I was about to ask. This would be a question for Laura and Philippe if they want to answer. How are we going to cater to these lower end devices with showing objects and showing building detail and stuff like that? Is that something we can answer?
Yeah. So there's now a new setting to change the density of objects. With the lowest setting is basically just the buildings and the jet bridges. I think, Laura, if I remember correctly. Maybe there's a
yeah.
couple other things.
I think
So if you have a
Jet bridges
if you have
is the
a
lowest one.
Yeah, if you have a older device that cannot sustain 30 frames per second, then definitely recommend to lower the rendering resolution as well. But we did a lot of optimizations. So if you go on those, if you used to not be able to be on live with many aircrafts, it should actually be if you keep the density low on buildings and you increase the number of aircraft that you show, it should actually be more performant now than it used to be, even with the clouds and the new reflections. But this is something that we're still looking at optimization. So this is why we're doing an open beta. We need to have real world data so we can tweak those performance. Oh, and we changed the settings for the limit frame per second. So now it's explicit. It explicitly says the limit, which is 30 frames per second by default. You can go to 60. It doesn't mean that it will render at 60 frames per second. It means that if your device is very recent, you lock it at 60. This way your device can breathe a little bit between each frame. I personally recommend to always do go with 30 frames per second. Like if you cannot maintain 60, you can actually see now if your frame per second in app. If you cannot maintain 60, I would highly recommend to go down and stay at 30 frames per second.
Cool. There's one more question that relates to that, but in the opposite direction is, are we working for the future to try and increase the number of aircraft that is visible to people?
I'm sorry?
Are we working to increase the number of visible aircraft on the screen for a user? Is that something we want to do in the future?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is definitely a part of the experience that's not up to. I mean, that's not perfect right now, where aircraft like come in and out. But this is a good middle ground. But this is definitely something that we're working towards. I mean, right now it should be on really recent device. It should be much better, especially for flights where you, if for example you have a VA and you fly with your VA with everybody with the same aircraft, it should be way more performant than it used to be. But this is something that will continue to improve because we made a lot of improvement in terms of memory that it uses and also like the performance, like the frame per second.
Look at Dan, just a little bit under the glide slope, right where he should be.
As always,
I'm fully concentrating right now. Yeah, rate it.
Raydan's landing in a chat when he's down. We do this every time.
Let's turn off airplane dots next time. They're kind of hiding the buildings.
Yeah, sure thing. I'll turn them off as soon as I'm down.
It's cool to see how many dots there are, but you know.
Yeah. And a few of our beta testers, I think, are on the ground somewhere, Dan.
Yeah.
In 10-year A350 liveries, so you will be able to see them. So you can have a little pan around and try and find them when you're down as well.
Oh, that looked cool when he crossed the ILS system there. And the antenna or whatever they're called.
Yeah, no pressure, Dan.
Oh, that was nice.
Nice.
151 knots, though.
Yeah, it was a bit fast.
Yeah.
I think I'm quite heavy for this route.
It looks like you're above maximum landing weight.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why.
A little bit heavy.
He's a professional, folks. Don't worry.
It's fine. We made it down safely. You can walk away from it.
All right, let's get a nice side window view here while you're exiting.
Yeah.
I was going to comment on the Flybe Dash 8 that was there, but I think...
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Weight. Yeah.
I need to just get off the runway, Jason, before I... There we go.
You're the captain.
Yeah, if you taxi to the international, what's that? The West Side International Pier, you'll get a good view of everything that's there.
Where am I looking? Over here? Straight in front of me?
Oh, look at that.
I don't know my terminals.
Change the time of day to either like noon or it's a little brighter.
Dan's like, listen, can you just let me do this?
Yeah. I'm gonna.
Later on.
I don't know where you want me to taxi to. I do not know this airport. I've never been here really in real life, so I don't know it off by heart.
Make a left.
Yeah, make a left and basically taxi around the whole of the outside.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sure.
Around the airport, and then go around the back. You'll see all of the terminals and everything that's there.
Okay.
My first time meeting Infinite Flight people was I landed at this airport.
Nice.
That was
When was
exciting.
that?
I didn't understand how exciting it was at the time. That was before you, Misha. That was the time that I went to do the live Flightcast interview in San Francisco.
Like 2017 or something. 2018.
Yeah, that sounds right. What was it? Cam, you were there. 20? No,
No, I wasn't.
2017.
I was.
You were?
Like
Oh, no.
Atlanta the first time.
Oh yeah, right. It was Vegas, I'm thinking.
I think it was 2017. Yeah.
Laura,
hey,
do you
while
want
he's-
to answer Laura why you have a PS4 controller? We have a few people thinking that you're gaming whilst you're in the middle of a stream.
I actually have a test camera that I'm running with this. So it's like a kind of a drone camera. I control the zoom like this, and the direction that like I'm zooming in. This is go up and down and left and right, and it makes amazing shots. So I was just basically standing on the side of the maintenance terminal, maintenance hangar, and just taking pictures. And this camera is using some of the Axis system, so maybe at some point we'll be able to release it so you can control it, especially on iOS with this PS4 or whatever controller.
Someone's asking if the iPad Pros with the M1 chip will be, better for rendering Infinite Flight.
Probably, yeah. It's really powerful processor, and it's the same architecture than what's already in the. I mean, it's a different processor, but it's the ARM processor that should work. We'll test.
Someone asked, will static aircraft come in the future? I'm assuming that's like AI.
I think we tried. We did a little bit. The problem is the thing is we have so many people already in live that like there's often like a lot of people in there.
Yeah, doesn't make. I mean, we would have to like take out some if like live people are showing up, and also we'd need to have lower resolution version of those planes so that we can have most of them, like a lot of them at once. But I mean, right now there's no. If I look at San Francisco right now, if Dan you take your camera, your free cam later, and you look, like I would say 50% of the gates are occupied, so there's no need for static aircraft.
Another question. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Another question. Now that we're seeing jet bridges, is will they be connected to the aircraft? No, not in version 1. But the animations are made so that we can do that at some point.
There was also a new livery that just popped up that we hadn't shown for about a split second, and everybody's already caught it.
What's that?
There was, yeah.
Apparently.
Sky. 320.
Planned bug. There's another question about the M1 chip, about whether we'll support the Mac of M1. That's probably not going to happen anytime soon. The Macs are basically a completely different platform. They don't have touchscreen, they don't have accelerometer. Maybe one day, but at the moment we're going to focus on mobile.
I mean, Laura is just showing on stream that we can play Infinite Flight with a gamepad.
on Windows.
I mean, this is what I think people have tried it. It works.
We don't have any plan to bring Infinite Flight on the desktop. There is other simulators that are doing really well on there, but maybe at some point. I mean, we have some ideas of how to do it differently than what other people are doing, but for now, this is not in the plan.
Here's a good question: are the terminals only for pro subscribers or normal, like solo users?
If you have a region where there's airports, and like Dan today flew in one of them, you will see those airports. So for free. You get LAX and SFO at least.
Nice. And look at this. Look at that nice Infinite Flight retro livery.
Lovely livery.
Oh,
Shape
beautiful.
Laura doesn't like retro style.
Oh,
Make an
that's
exception
fine.
for that one though, Laura. It's a nice one.
Contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 1 right.
I'm
It's like
gonna.
now. Where are you gonna park, man?
Yeah, I don't. There's a Kuwait 777 just blocking that way, so I'm gonna taxi around this side. Do you know if there's any gates that
They're all done.
are big enough for this aircraft?
Yeah, this is all part of the international terminal.
American
Okay.
202.
So if
You
you
might just
actually
need to,
There's two remotes.
American 202.
That's I think it's one of the hotels. In front of this hotel, there's two remotes. You can park there. Sometimes there's aircraft that are staying there for like overnight or long stays.
Okay.
This is cool, but you can't even find a place to park, Dan.
Yeah, I know. You have to really
awesome.
look about now. So I guess charts would be a very cool thing to use when taxiing around airports now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't park at a remote though. Park at an actual gate. That's more fun.
And I can also tell you that you should look at this hotel on your left, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Very cool. Are you on top of that hotel, Laura?
No, actually just I have too many aircraft loaded at once.
Are these gates big enough right here?
Yeah, this one here looks perfect to the left.
Somebody asking if the cars are moving. No, nothing is moving. Up, up,
Oh.
up, up.
Oh no! Now that was pro piloting because I managed to stop in time.
Well,
if someone else is
there's the new
behind the
livery.
screen.
Oh, you're
Oh,
stuck.
well, that's a 10-year livery. Yeah, that's a 10-year preview. That's crashing.
Yeah,
Just went away.
It's just getting up. It's just getting up close.
That person's like, oh, whoop.
yeah, yeah. Oh wait, no! Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
It's like a game of musical chairs.
Yeah. Nobody spawn in this gate in front of me, please.
There's actually I can see 3 targets in that spot. I'm not sure, like I don't see them loaded yet. but
No,
there's 3
no.
targets.
Crying out loud.
Ah, for God's sakes.
I think they're all occupied.
I'm gonna have to use some reversing skills.
Oh, even the remotes are used.
This
The
is
remotes are full, and someone's behind you now. You're boxed in.
Wait, it's fine. This one of these is free. It says one
Yeah,
of
yeah,
these.
one's empty now. If
Here,
you
go
take
to your
the
right.
left here,
Go to your right.
it's available.
Turns
I mean,
my
it's-
right here.
Yeah, because
No,
there's
right-
a
yeah,
little
right there.
there's a little delay between like what you see on the map and what you see like actually in the 3D view.
Oh no, somebody just showed up now.
Oh no, no. Wait.
I just see Aeromexico. Which, oh no, they just left. Which, funny
So-
enough, is usually where they are.
Philippe and Laura, you need to go start coding a solution for this.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
we-
is not
your
perfect. I mean,
airports.
this is one of those things that are kind of hard. It's a hard problem to solve like perfectly. But this is something that we don't really like this.
We do have some improvements coming to this. There were some bugs with this system, so that's going to be fixed in the next update.
Okay, I think we've made it. I think we're good. I think we're
Oh
good.
my goodness, you did it. Are the wingtips going to touch though?
Oh, they're good. No, they're good. Look, they've got enough room.
Good day.
Oh,
This
wait,
is
the guy-
beautiful parking job.
The other guy's got. Oh.
There's
Somebody, I knew you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to San Francisco with buildings.
And it's working nicely.
Where the local time is 2:20 p.m.
We could do a proper. That'd be fun doing an announcement, Dan.
Okay, now show the reflections. Set it to time of set it to noon and show the cloud reflections in the buildings.
Yeah, in the building windows.
November 194 Whiskey Yankee. Taxi to runway
There's
1 right.
3 aircraft in
Contact
town.
tower when ready. Taxi
We
into
do-
runway 1 right. November 194
There we
Don't
go.
go
You can
too
see the-
close. Yeah,
You can see the.
Francisco ground. Frontier
Look
flight
at that.
4618. Ready for
Props to
pushback
Kevin.
confirmation Bravo. Tango
Yep.
India Alpha
He
Mike
actually was
Pretty
working
cool.
on this just yesterday.
Taxi into parking.
Yeah,
Fixing
but-
some of the
Tango
bugs.
India Alpha Mike Oscar. Eagle 7
Well,
heavy.
is there anything you guys want me to
Expect runway
I think-
one.
show
Set
on
it
the
to
stream?
nighttime
Anything
now.
else?
Yeah,
nighttime.
nighttime.
Oh yeah,
Do
that's
it.
hot.
And do a little zoom around the airport, and then we'll do our giveaway.
Okay, sure thing. Okay.
Eagle
Let's set it
7
to.
San Francisco ground. Emirates 001 Victor
We
Alpha.
go-
Request
Amount of
taxi
clouds.
to
Oh.
Eagle 7
This is
heavy.
good. Okay.
Disregard last
There we
message.
go.
Emirates 001 Victor Alpha.
Oh, that looks
Yeah.
neat. That looks neat.
Nice.
Yeah.
Swiss
And,
7
Wow.
November
Wow,
Echo
nice.
Heavy.
And yeah.
Information Bravo. Requesting runway 1 left.
Welcome aboard
Taxi
Charter
to
Airlines.
Carson. Emirates 001 Victor Alpha. Swiss 7 November.
Well, it's a good
Echo
problem
Heavy.
to have.
Pushback approved. Expect runway
Too many
1
people,
left. Pushback approved. Swiss 7 November Echo Heavy.
San Francisco.
There's
I
just
love
lots
how
of
the
walls
terminals
and
light
stuff.
up.
027 Victor Alpha. Request taxi.
And funnily enough, the terminals, I was watching the stream with Tyler and you, Jason, earlier this week, and you mentioned that we didn't have any terminal lights, and I did not know, because I worked on the buildings, and I did not know I was the only one who could see it, because on PC it works fine. Because PC, like, basically when we load the buildings, we're looking for a texture that has the emissive properties, and I was lower casing the path, and which on Windows doesn't matter, but on device, if you have something in lowercase and the path actually has uppercase, then it doesn't find the texture. That's why for the longest time during the beta, nobody could see the textures
No way.
at night.
Yep.
Um,
The longest time you mean until like yesterday.
yeah. And so I kept saying I
said
get
it.
fixed.
Taxi to runway 1 right with information Bravo.
So yeah, this looks pretty nice.
I know, honestly, this is a surprise to most of us right now.
Yeah. Well, the beta testers thought we just implemented a feature just a few days before the open beta launch, but it's been there all along, we just didn't realize.
So imagine once Philippe has made some more progress with Project Metal, and we have taxi lights and actual beacons and windsocks and all kinds of stuff lit up. It's going to be amazing. And landing lights.
Is there anything else you want me to show while we're here? Or are you going to go ahead and crack on with the huge...
I think we should do our grand prize giveaway.
One thing I'd recommend like during the giveaway is to go to the maintenance terminal. I think it's the Airlines maintenance terminal. So that's by the end. So basically when that's on your left, on your right. Sorry, on your right. There's that big hangar on your right.
Is that it just in front of me there?
Right. If you go in that parking lot and just look at the planes taking off and landing with the free cam, it is amazing. Especially now that you have clouds in the sky. When you're looking at a plane from underneath with the sky, with the clouds in the background, you get the sense of perspective and motion that you didn't have before when it was all blue. But yeah, I mean, we switched to daytime, so it's a little more.
A lot of people ask like to go full nighttime. Full nighttime is there's still a couple issues where it's a little too dark, and also especially if it's a night with no moon. This is something that we're working on to make it better.
I love how aircraft just disappear behind objects now. It's super cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the other day, Cam and I were flying from LA to San Francisco, and when we landed, I just didn't know where he went, because I didn't have the tags on, but he was parked behind a terminal, and I couldn't see him, which was super cool.
Yeah. Be fun for ATC as well.
I compared it with a picture that we had from the original multiplayer beta years ago, where it's just a few of us parked around the terminal at SFO, and like before you could see all the aircraft around, but then you recreate it and half of them are just hidden behind a big terminal building.
You have the 10-year livery just there on the A350.
Do a little wither around that as well.
Yeah.
American 1805.
So while we're taking a look at that, I'll just mention our sponsors one more time. So huge thank you to ForeFlight, who have donated a Performance Plus subscription for 1 year to our grand prize winner. Flying Eyes, who donated a pair of Kestrel Aviators. And by the way, I didn't mention before, you can customize your Kestrel Aviators. They have all kinds of different lenses and frames, and you can customize all of that. Also to Sporty's Pilot Shop, They've donated their Learn to Fly course, which is $249, I think, dollars. And so altogether, with the Infinite Flight Pro subscription and the T-shirt, we're up over $800. So big thanks to our sponsors. This wouldn't be such an epic prize without you. So are we ready to do it?
Sure, whenever you're ready, we can go ahead and crack on with it.
Maybe, you know what, before we do, I will say we've been busy doing all of these things for our 10 days of 10-year anniversary shenanigans, but I will say, personally, a huge thank you to Laura and Philippe, who, without them, none of us would be here doing this, and so I have...
You're gonna make me blush.
No, thank you for that.
It's really the amazing community, because what's great about this is most of the people here are, started with the community. So for anybody who's watching and is interested in maybe down the road becoming a part of the team, I mean, right now we're not hiring, but sometimes we might need somebody new. Start being involved. If you're a programmer, start using the API, and at some point, this is how you can become a part of the team.
Yeah, most definitely. I think the Philippe and I started this almost like a movement, but the community took it the rest of the way to where it is now. I don't think we would be here if we didn't have multiplayer, if we didn't set up the forum, if we didn't set up all the systems to gather feedback and implement what people wanted us to implement. So it's really it's wonderful. Like it's every single day, logging in, seeing people flying around, enjoying what we do. It's just great fun, and super thankful that this community actually made us discover talents like Cam, Jason, Misha, and all the rest of the team, because we never actually put out an ad for a job anywhere. We just hired and picked from the community, and I think that's a great way to hire folks, because the basic interest is there. So it's cool. Super thankful to every single one of you.
Now we're black.
That was nice.
I recorded that.
Well,
no, that's important. That's what goes into our work. We're all super passionate about Infinite Flight at the end of the day, and that's kind of like our passion. So we're going to put the effort into it, and I think it shows in what you can see on the screen.
Indeed, and the ungodly amount of flight hours some of us have.
You gotta test. Yeah, you gotta test. What are you gonna do?
Can I just because we're all here. I want to give a shout out to one more person. You guys have seen me plug my Infinite Flight flight bag before. You can get this at Sporties, sporties.com. Just search for Infinite
You should
Flight.
Looks like it's
your
censored.
Okay, sorry. Hold on. Let me turn off my.
We can show the logo. I think the boss is.
How do I do this quickly? Change background. Stand by. There we go. Here we go. So there's my This is my Infinite Flight flight bag that you can get from Sporties. Just search for Infinite Flight on their store. But what I'm about to add to it is my new Flight Chops patch that I got in the mail recently, and I got some stickers as well. Steve Thorne is a longtime now partner of Infinite Flight. We love what Steve does. You can check him out at Flight Chops all over the place, YouTube, Patreon. I just thought Steve deserved a little shout out because he's been a supporter of Infinite Flight and vice versa. And yeah, go follow Steve. He's awesome. If you're looking for real world aviation content, check him out. I think that's it. Should we do it?
Let's go for it.
Okay. Turn on my my blurry background again. All
Should
right,
we
so
remind everyone what it is?
yeah, so the grand prize is a 1-year subscription to Infinite Flight Pro, the Infinite Flight 10-year anniversary T-shirt, a 1-year 4-Flight Performance Plus subscription, which you'll find very useful with Infinite Flight, a pair of Flying Eyes Kestrel Aviators, and a Sporty's Learn to Fly course. So,
T-shirt's good, by the way. Show it off quickly.
yeah,
Ooh la la.
Camera model.
nice.
Inadvertently.
All right, so we have slow mode turned off in the chat, and we are ready to go. The keyword is not 747. as,
Where did
as
everybody
it-
get that from?
as it
Everyone
might-
wants to see the
appear to be.
748.
You're gonna type not 747.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do that, right? Or can we?
Somebody type it.
We could show it. I mean,
Sorry,
anyway.
Dan smells. Thanks.
So here we go. Grand prize. The keyword is 10 years. 10 years. Go for it. Good luck.
Exciting, exciting.
Shall we call drummer or moderator
Big
up on
moment.
here?
This needs sound effects. This definitely
All
needs
one
sound
word, by
effects.
the way. All one word. 10 years. 10. 10.
What was that?
My ears. My poor ears.
Nothing better than that.
Poor Dan's like worked on volume adjustments, make sure everything's perfect, and Laura just comes on here.
Complete disregard.
That's what my son would call a rip in the chat. All right, we'll give it some more time. Here we've got a beautiful view of space shuttle.
One thing I have to do, because I don't want the volume to be overtaking all of our voices. There we go. Cool. I can pan around now without worrying.
There you go.
Maybe go back to noon time, so it's a
Yeah.
little more. You can see a little bit better.
There we go. Take a look at the vehicles.
Take a look at that floating aircraft.
It's not floating. The shadow is just below.
Ah. All right, I think everybody's had enough time to put in the keyword, so would anyone else like to count it down this time?
I think Dan should have the honor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Okay.
idea.
From what are we doing it? What number?
14. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
What was it? Indivisible.
I mean, it is 10 years, maybe 10.
10 years, so
Okay.
10. Okay, ready. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Boom. Lewis R228.
Whoa,
Congratulations.
whoa. Well done. That's super cool. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Lewis
Huge
R228.
congrats.
You have just won a whole bunch of stuff.
Whole
Super,
bunch of
super
stuff.
cool.
I don't even know if this person's still in the chat. I'm trying to tag him and I can't.
Whisper.
Maybe it's a one. No.
If you just
Capital I.
Jason, if you search users in the chat in the mod panel, or I can send this person a
I
whisper
know. I'm
for you.
trying. I can't. Maybe we'll have to draw it again.
You just need to type, what was it, Lewis Jackson 1122.
Lewis R228. Oh,
Yeah,
got it.
that's
Got it.
still there.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Anyway, congratulations. You have just won the ultimate Infinite Flight prize pack. Wow, I want it.
Super cool.
I wish I won. Anyway, if you are Lewis R228, I'm going to send you a whisper right now with further instructions. Congratulations. Thank you to everyone who showed up and has been part of this. We feel humbled to have so many people who are so excited about this. So thank you for coming and participating. And yeah, here's to 10 more years, I guess.
Super, super cool. super cool. Loads of people are saying 748. Is that something we can do or no?
Yeah, we can do whatever we want, can't we?
Yeah.
Well, let's let the bosses decide. Should we do a takeoff in the 748?
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah?
Make it super heavy too, Dan.
Okay, cool. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you
could
to
show
everybody who's
another
joined,
airport.
by the way. We're going to just say goodbye to SFO. Just pull back in here on solo.
Yes, and turn the winds off so you can do it from the outside view without catapulting yourself into a building.
Yeah.
What airport are you going at?
This one, same one. If you'd like, or
Let's
can
try a
do that.
Uh,
different one.
yeah, where do you want to go?
Let me quickly get the final list of airports to make sure we're not showing anything like an airport we're not meant to.
Yeah.
It is okie dokie. Let's go to. Ooh, what's a fun one that people really want? I'll tell you what then, Dan. Go to.
I mean, he's showing all the airports right now.
This is there.
Go to Heathrow then.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay, cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
go to
down
the
for that
Heathrow.
one.
The Brazilians are going to go wild now. We're going to be famous in Brazil.
Okay, let's go. Let's go on to solo.
Why solo?
So he can take off. from the
So I can
runway.
take off from the runway. Or we can go on casual server?
No, I would
No,
just.
it'd probably
just go
be
in
crazy.
solo.
If you start not far from the runway, it wouldn't take so long.
Because then
Well-
on solo you can change the wind so he can fly without having to be buffeted around from the outside.
What do you guys want? Absolutely, entirely up to you.
Solo.
Solo?
Multiplayer.
Multiplayer from Laura.
Overruled.
1v1. Any more votes?
Philippe.
Just go solo.
There we go.
He
Solo it
needs
is.
multiplayer.
In what livery actually?
I think we're in the... Is it the air bridge? The one that actually does
No.
operate from there. I think
Why
they
don't
might have
you
landed.
pop into the Infinite Flight, the old Infinite Flight one? Because it's a bit cooler when it's a whole shebang.
Okay, sure, yeah.
M48i.
Quick question: someone's asking about the pushback trucks. They don't move now.
This is going to be a very exciting airport for a lot of people.
Give you a little pan around at some point as well, because he's always pretty nifty.
Well, should we do that prior to taking off then? Otherwise, it's going to be a little bit... Actually, no. Shall we take off, show the plane, and then spawn in on the expert server? And have a look with some planes around?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Because I know that'll suit Laura a lot more.
Make everyone happy.
There we go. Okay, so weight and balance. Let's make this thing heavy.
You know your winds are quartering tailwind right now.
Should we just go...
Turn him off.
Yeah, let's do that. Otherwise, I'll probably... Oh, wait, no. Otherwise, I'll probably swerve off the runway and crash. Which isn't good. So...
There's a lot of love. Everyone's picked up on all of the airports now in the chat. There was still a few more. I think there was only maybe like 8 or something on there, and we do have 21, so...
Oh, Dan's changed all our release plans.
And what?
Just kidding. It's all good. It's all good. This was all intentional.
That's a nice looking plane, even though the A380 is better.
It's not though. Let's be real.
It is though.
This is an old school livery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. It's great.
Tail strike! Tail strike! Nearly tail strike.
Yeah, Dan, you need like 80% trim to take this thing off.
Yeah.
Learned that the hard way, okay. But it definitely looks good.
It looks fantastic. There we go. That's Heathrow for everybody. Everyone in the UK. Super exciting airport.
Yeah. And I think
And
there
it
might
has
still
a
be some
custom
changes.
tower.
Yeah, should we hop onto multiplayer and take a closer look at that?
Yeah, we can do that. One final thing, have a look at Heathrow Expert Server. So if anyone's watching, now's your chance to pop over to Heathrow and the Expert Server quickly.
Yep, let's do that now. Let's go ahead and back out of this.
Show the tower, give it a whirl, and then call it a day.
Poor Dan having to look there, and Gatwick hasn't got that 3D symbol.
Yeah, I know. Cry.
We're giving away all kinds of secrets right now with the 3D badges. It's okay. Tomorrow morning we'll have lots of info available.
Okay, right. Yeah, we're now on the expert server at Echo Golf Lima Lima, Heathrow.
Land in Heathrow, as Jason would say.
Hey, Fro. Hey,
Heathrow,
if you're gonna encourage me, I'll do it. Pip pip cheerio.
Oh, please.
I'm sorry for what I started, Cam.
Yeah.
Look at this tower. It's actually one of the first models we've done. This tower.
It's a beaut.
I can't.
Let's pretend that didn't happen.
To be fair, it is a cool tower, so
It is a pretty. I swear it's. How high is this tower?
pretty.
I'm pretty sure it's quite high. It's quite high.
You know,
It's
you
quite
get
high.
camera altitude that you can set. If you set the camera location and the presets at the bottom, there's altitude.
Camera location. Let's have a look. Okay, right.
It's an MSL, not AGL, so you have to compare.
Well, we're now at the very top, and that says above sea level, 366 feet. How do you convert that?
Well,
have to
you
know
just
what,
Then you go down to
airport.
the
Just
airport level.
You what? Sorry.
Go down to the
But
airport level.
Don't you have the camera height, like above ground?
No, it's MSL.
Oh,
mean,
okay.
it's-
So you just work out the difference by going down and see how many feet it is. Yeah.
Or you know what the aerodrome level.
Or you go on Google and
Your aircraft is at 100.
Oh, look at this shot.
nice shot. Keep
That's
that.
pretty cool. That's pretty cool, actually. Looking down.
We just need Drake sitting on top of it.
And just taxiing by it is just so. It's a different experience. Like, it feels like a new game. Or simulator. Sorry, I don't want to cause a war here. Fine, Laura. I'll see you in your office now.
Well, I'll leave it by the tower, as if we're looking down from it, to pan across the airport. And what would you say, guys? Wrap it there? Anything else?
That's all I got.
Yeah, that's all I got too.
Laura, Philippe?
Just thanks for being here. Happy New Year to the company, to the sim,
Happy
to the
birthday.
community. Happy New Year. Happy birthday to everybody. 10 year. It's amazing. And here's for another 10 or 20.
Cool stuff. Well, thank you, everybody, for the hard work. From someone who's only just recently joined the team, I just want to say a massive thank you to all of you as well for your hard work and effort into this sort of stuff. It's super cool to see how it's been coming along, and for it to finally be out tomorrow for the beta. Super, super cool. So thank you.
I'll see you all tomorrow for the festivities, the beta festivities.
Yeah, and yeah, happy birthday, Infinite Flight. So what I'll do, I'll go ahead and wrap up the stream, as Jason would say. It was dirty side.
Keep the
down.
dirty side down, everybody.
Keep the dirty side down, everybody. That's the catchphrase from Jason, and that's going to be the stream catchphrase from now on. Thank you, Jason, Laura, Misha, Cameron, and Philippe for joining today's stream. Thank you so much to everybody who has tuned in today and had a exclusive look at these buildings coming tomorrow in open beta. It's been super, super exciting to stream this and show it to you guys. many more streams to come, I guess. As always.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Let's give it a wave from
Bye.
every single person.
Bye.
Goodbye. Take care, everybody. We'll see you very soon. Well, yeah. Surprise!
Only kidding.
Yeah.
What's happening?
It's us again, everyone.
Look, there's still 1,000 people here.
Yeah, exactly. The 500 who just left, however many, we're gonna miss out now.
Yeah, everyone's saying Dan. Yeah, just so where are we gonna go then?
Where are we gonna go?
What are we doing, Dan? Why have we come back?
Where have we come back to show a different airport somewhere else around the world? Where did we say?
What about, oh, I don't know, somewhere in Brazil?
Ooh. Sure. What airport is it? Do you know the ICAO?
I do. It's Sierra Bravo Golf Romeo.
Sierra Bravo Golf Romeo.
Yes, sir.
Oh, we're down to 490. A lot of people did not expect that.
We got him.
Surprise!
It's an intimate setup now.
Yeah.
It's our most
Still
loyal
more than we
fans.
had before.
What's the population of Brazil? They'll soon turn up.
Lots.
Well, well done everybody for sticking. Like they're still dropping. Down to 378 now. Oh well, these guys are gonna get a very exclusive view.
It's like the biggest accidental troll ever.
Should we come back for a third time with just a Rickroll?
Yeah.
And also, like,
Let's take a closer look at this airport.
we forgot to mention something is that the app didn't crash. For a
No, it
beta.
didn't. It done very, very
For a
good.
beta with lots of people around. Yeah, and knowing all the stuff that we've changed, we were thinking about it, but happy it didn't.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah, don't jinx it. It'll
Oh, I'm
backfire
confident
now.
it's not going to crash.
So Dan, where are we here?
We are at. I don't even know the air. Where are we?
It is Sao Paulo.
Sao Paulo.
One of the main airports in Sao Paulo.
People are coming back in.
Yes.
79.
Hey, take a look at this. This is super cool. We've got a 777 up close to the jetty.
The jetty. Nice.
The jetty.
You can walk down the jetty with your brolly.
Jason, we talked about this.
Who invited him back on?
That's the bonus of the encore.
Jetty. The jet's way, the jet's bridge, whatever you want to call it. Jetty.
Can you stick to just doing a Roy impression from the IT crowd? Just stick to the Irish. That's better for you.
Fire.
No, don't now.
Oh man, Laura and Philippe have so much regret.
No,
It makes me laugh how Jason just doesn't.
not every
He's just
day.
so confident with impressions.
I just don't care. You just have to not care. When you get to be over 40 years old, you just don't care anymore.
Enough is
Dan
enough.
keeps
That's
disappearing
second
under his desk.
Yeah,
Are you petting the
El-
dog or what's happening?
my
here?
Elgato keeps falling off. and I'm trying to grab it before it like disconnects from the HDMI.
Okay, this has been an issue since day one. Can you not figure out a solution?
I can
At
put
some
it on
point?
top of the desk rather than underneath, but then it
Yeah.
just looks messy.
Can you not get a little like holder bit? Just plunk it
Yeah,
on.
that's what I'm thinking of doing. What I have adhesive strips which have just worn down over time, which I'll probably just get new ones because I did actually work up until recently.
Dan, just DM me your address after this, and I'll send you a roll of duct tape. Problem solved.
Thank
There
you.
you go.
I appreciate that, Count.
It's like the Elgato's like under too much heat now that it's doing infinite flight streams.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, look at all of these buildings. It's just
Can't
falling off
take
the
it.
desk. You know, it can't take it. It can't hold on. It just wants to grab a hold of it and play.
It's a cool airport, this one.
This is a pretty cool airport. And the jetties look very
The
nice.
jetties and brollies. Anytime you say jetty, I'm gonna say that.
Yeah, should we
I'll-
show?
I'll switch it to another fact. In Spanish, they call these fingers for some reason. I don't understand why.
Fingers?
Yes.
Fingers.
They call it
Fingers?
los fingers. Los fingers.
I mean,
Like fingers. Yeah.
Oh, that's not a pleasant thought actually. 'Cause as fingers, they look pretty deformed and
Yeah.
weird.
I'm walking through a finger off my plane.
We should not eat too, please.
Hey, I can
Dan,
do it. I'm authentic.
Dan, one more. Can we do
Yeah.
one more?
Let's go.
Who
to-
keeps showing up in the 172?
It's
it Tom?
the cub, I think.
I have a feeling
think
it's
it's
Laura
Jacob.
because Laura's had a
Is it-
smirk
is it
on her
one
face the
second
entire
or
time.
No, enough.
Yeah, no, I
Most
bet it's
stickers
Laura.
there, but I'm not.
Let's have a look.
I have a feeling. it's
Oh, they've gone.
Oh yeah, look, there's a new livery there, Dan, or one that I think we might have shown a little bit below the A320.
Should we take a look at it?
Yeah, it's right below you, or it was. Yeah, the one taxiing.
Who's official Captain Mustache? We talked to them before.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
they
have.
won a giveaway, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that maybe. Yeah. N switch to N, but still streaming. Confusion of the highest order. It is. Ooh, JetSmart.
Yeah. No.
I always in my head it's always JetSmart, like a department store.
Oh yeah.
For buying jets.
Yeah, for buying jets.
No, so you need to try the super heavy department. It's up the stairs too.
Oh, you're looking for JetSmart. It's down the street.
How much is this plane? Oh, I don't know. My plane guy does it. Oh.
Whoever this is very happy there. They've got full flaps and flapping the speed
Oh
brakes.
look, they're waving.
Heyo.
Hiya.
Like, the nose wheel was like.
Is that a fox?
It is a
fun.
fox. It is a fox for leap.
What does the fox say?
Ding. Nope. Not doing that. Nope.
For a second, I thought it was the Doja.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
It actually
Slow
looks like the
down.
fox is like wiggling around.
Yeah.
That's on
Um,
Laura's ISS model, I believe.
Dan, can
Yeah.
we do RJTT? Romeo Juliet Tango Tango?
Yep.
Tokyo.
Oh shoot, I left my office door open and my kids are coming down here.
Uh-oh.
It's about to get a whole lot more interesting, folks.
What was that, Laura?
Change your background to the one sent you. Jason.
Oh, crikey.
We're still live to the world, just FYI.
Don't say anything embarrassing.
Is that okay? Do you want to say hi?
They're censored.
Okay. Come here.
Small
Wait, hold up. Hold on. You won't be able to hear anybody, but you can see them. There we go. You want to say hi?
Ow!
Say hi.
Owl.
Hi.
Owl.
Nolan. This is Nolan.
Hi, Nolan.
Nolan, say hello to everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh,
Can you say Infinite Flight is awesome?
Yeah, it's hard.
And
You
great.
can talk, I promise. Okay, see you, buddy.
Nice.
Yeah, if you go to some of the terminals here, Dan, like the international one and stuff, it looks pretty nifty.
Is that where I'm heading now?
I mean, I don't know. That's where I'm suggesting you head because the main terminals are the coolest bit.
You should make high zoom ones with the Vulcan.
I'm not
Volcano.
sure what terminals are what, but
Well, this bit's good. Yeah.
okay, we'll go over to. I departed from here the other day.
There's that cub again. I don't trust Laura. At all.
It's not me. Just go on. Look. I have my hands up. It's not me.
Pretty cool shot to be fair, though. Really.
There we go. The mountain in the background. The volcano. Sorry. Is it a volcano? It's a volcano, isn't it?
The volcano.
I mean, even just parking at a remote stand is cool now, you know? Like there's light poles and stair trucks and stuff.
100%.
And it doesn't matter now if wind changes and you have to taxi all around the airport. You're just like, all right, cool.
Yeah, I don't mind taxiing slow now.
Yeah.
Super cool. It's immersive.
Should we be super cheeky and show just one more?
Yes.
We're getting a
That's
lot
very
of like.
Well, so here, can't we say some fun facts about those air conditioning units on the top?
Misha, they're all gonna be public tomorrow, so why
Yeah,
not?
true. Yeah, true.
Why
Let's
not?
go to Mexico City.
Now?
You're
Yeah.
mixed up.
Mix.
Okay, let's go.
Another place with lots of volcanoes around. Interesting flight is one from Mexico City to Puebla. Puebla. Maybe one of the two.
Colorado?
No, so it's Puebla.
Pueblo, Colorado.
It's just across the mountain range. Lots of volcanoes around. It's a really short hop. And it looks beautiful.
Okay, here we go. We are now at Mexico City.
In the fog.
In the fog.
It's fun finally showing all of these.
Let's take a little look down here.
It's super unique, Mexico City. That's why it's one of the coolest ones, I think. Because in real life, it really does look like that. There are no windows.
Little catering logistics truck.
Yeah.
Beep beep. Oh,
Yeah.
hello. Oh, British Airways flying in.
Nice.
2 of them. 3 of them.
Cones. Nice dirty cones.
It's impressive how they
There's-
find the right gate.
Yeah, there are planes spawning left, right, and centre.
Do some nice flyovers of the whole terminal sections, Dan. Like, show it in all its glory. Because it looks nifty. And there's also another, I think it's Terminal 2 section, which is off to your right, which is done really well.
Okay, here we go. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, get a little bit closer into that section, because you'll see it. All those gates, they're
And
pretty
you see
cool.
solar panels on the roof.
This is neat. This is very detailed.
Oh,
All
there's
about
the
saving the
74
planet.
again.
Nice. This looks very, very cool. Down there, the little Embraer.
Nifty, eh?
Satellites. So what are they? Solar panels, sorry. Satellites. Oh, yeah, there you go, Laura. All you'd have to do is attach these to your ISS.
Yeah, that's
and-
true.
and-
But mine is currently untextured.
Cool stuff. Well,
Someone's
oh, there
saying,
goes the cub again.
Someone's saying JFK.
This is all up to you guys.
Surprise. We could show them all if we wanted, but
I think it'd be better if some just come out of the blue.
yeah, we should
yeah.
leave some for tomorrow. Well, I mean, the lists are going to be out soon. We can do a social media drop as well.
Exactly that. Well, I'll leave it with this very cool shot of the tower then, and we'll go ahead and wrap up again. We won't rickroll.
No. And Misha,
Maybe not,
will we?
safe travels tomorrow, Misha.
Oh yes, yeah, absolutely. Have fun on your flight.
Indeed, it's fun to fly in real life finally.
Yeah. Jealous.
Super cool. Good stuff. Okay, well, on that note, let's do a second wrap-up.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Goodbye
everyone.
again.
We've already really said goodbye, but thank you to those who have come back, the 672 of you. Pleasure. We'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care.
Bye.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.